honored guests. What language would you use while traveling on the territory of China? And you may say, the answer is obvious. Chinese, of course. Maybe some English, because you can always find people who speak some English in any parts of the world. And you are absolutely right. But some exceptions happen. And let me tell you about our exceptional linguistic adventure. In 2009, a group of climbers decided to climb some remote Chinese mountains. First, my friends and I, we flew to one of the major local cities in China, in northwest corner of China. And I should tell you that in this province, people, the majority of population, belong to a different rather than Chinese ethnic group. They are called Uyghurs. Their language is different, their culture is different, and their appearance is different. The culture is much more alike with Mongolia, or with Kyrgyzstan, or with Kazakhstan, all those Middle Asian countries. So, as soon as we flew to this city, we got immersed in this wonderful, exotic culture and Uyghur language. It's an ancient, beautiful city. It used to be a hub on the Silk Road, and they still have a market where they sell jewelry, spices, tea, and silk, of course. We came prepared. We had a list of 20 essential Uyghur words which we used to negotiate the price of our souvenirs, to try the local street food, and just to communicate with people. And in the middle of this Asia, in the heart of this, we found just one place where we were able to speak English, actually only English, and a lot of English. And this place called John's Cafe. This place is an asylum for all adventure travelers from all over the world. We met people from Australia, from Switzerland, Israel, from United States, of course, and all those free-spirit adventure travelers, backpackers, hikers, they would come and seek some information, some company of like-minded people, and of course to have relief of exotic food of Asia, and order a cheeseburger and Coke, please. And at the second stage of our trip, we moved high to the mountains, and we spent almost 3 weeks at a high altitude where only rock, ice, and snow exist. It's a very hostile environment. The more pleasant it was then to descend to a big green valley with a velvet grass. And as we walked through this valley, we noticed a summer camp of local herders ahead. And I should tell you that those herders who live in those high mountains, they belong to yet another ethnic group, and they speak yet another language, which is Kyrgyz. And we were also prepared. We had 20 essential words from this language as well. As we walked into this temporary village, some crowds of kids gathered around us. They were so curious because they probably saw Western faces first time in their lives. And of course we stopped and shared some candies with them. And then they approached us and invited to a big round tent covered with felt, and they called this tent yurt. According to Han Asian tradition, you take off your shoes at the entrance of such a tent, because the living space inside the tent is where they eat, sleep, and just do whatever they need. So they left our boots at the entrance, sit in a circle, and we have been served with sour milk beer we were cooking and some homemade cheese. While we were enjoying those treats, some of our hosts became very interested in our boots. One of them picked mine. They started to examine it. They were trying to pull out the inner boot. They checked how sturdy it is, and I understand them. Those are good boots. They are really comfortable to walk on the snow and on rock. Actually, which is a lot of the ground. But for some reason, I grew a little bit anxious because of this attention to my boots. And then this guy took a boot, came to the leader of our chief, not to me. I'm a woman. What to speak about is a woman. And he pointed at the boot and said, "Kancha." And I was in panic. I was in panic because kancha means how much does it cost? Excuse me? I spoke Russian already. They are not for sale. I need them. I need my boots to continue my trip. But my friend was cool. He just told them, or rather wrote on a piece of paper, the real price of those boots, $300. And I saw their faces, the image of disapproval. They didn't like the price. I guess they think that no boots can cost their yearly income. Well, but I was relieved. And at this point, you may even wonder, did I have a chance to use my Chinese in China? Yes, once. On my way back, crossing the border, I was so determined to use my Chinese vocabulary that I stepped forward and said to the officer, "Ni hao," which means hello. He checked my documents, gave it back to me, and I was "xie xie," which means thank you.